What's going on, guys? Cliffy here. Now, that average doesn't really speak to the quality. Well, in fact, it does, of the quality that we played last time around. We were a little bit like a fish out of water. We did struggle just a tad. We'll be looking to try and, I guess, maximise our betting opportunity here today. We've got Greggs, who is down there on 98 as well, so we're making sure that we can try and get him through to his 100, pick ourselves up the win as well. We did lose on countback last time around to Lincoln, and we do have a tall order in front of us here. As we can see, still 260 runs behind. So there is plenty that needs doing. So fingers crossed we can dig in here and get ourselves a good score. Alright, so I don't even know what happened with the footage, to be fair. We got out stumped, and it was a pretty bullshit stumping, to be fair. But it looks as though we do just have 14 overs left to bat out here. We need 208, so we're about 120 behind. So probably no point really going for it here. We're just going to look to try and bat out a little bit of time and try and improve on that average just a little bit as well, because to be fair, it's not looking too good for Project Zero in this career, and it's going to take a long time, I think, before we go and get into that, get into any form of domestic cricket. So fingers crossed that we can start to get, a bit more of a decent knock. We were looking quite good. We were 7 off 10. Have no idea why the footage went incorrupted, but it has managed to go and do that. So as you can see, 208 is the target. So there's still plenty of time left here to go. Don't really want to go for it. Would prefer to go and try and get some runs on the board, boost that average up, because we did see that it wasn't that great coming towards the back end. I don't think we had a first innings. I don't think we had a first innings lead either. So that means that this game is going to go back probably on a count back, and that does mean that we will end up losing once again. We will just check that. So, oh no, we did! Oh, we got a first innings lead by 3 runs. Alright, so we just need to make sure that we can bat through here, and we will get the win on countback, which is bloody awesome. So fingers crossed that we can go and try and do that. Hopefully we don't have any brain fades or mind blanks that we go and get out stumped. The ball that I got stumped to, I wish I did have it on there, and I wish that the footage didn't corrupt, because it was, to be fair, it was just an awful delivery. It was fired in miles down leg side. Wasn't called a wide, mind you. And then basically the keeper's had, I think, 2 or 3 swipes at it, and for some reason I've been tapping circle non-stop and it just hasn't let me get back inside the crease. So that is a shame, but we've moved on to 5 off of 6 here. There's 12 overs left remaining. Still like that 100 or so runs required for the victory, so not even going to try and go for it. Just going to try and get a little bit of timing here, get a few runs on the board, get another not out as well to boost that average up. Oh, it's a nice shot. That's driven away. Not going to probably be... Man, we need to play at some small grounds. We need to play at like North Sydney Oval or bloody Allan Border Oval, Allan Border Field, whatever you want to call it. Because at least there we will probably get some boundaries. Here we get pretty good timing. I mean, good footwork, good timing, and good shot selection. And it does just trickle away. I mean, we did pick up 3, which is promising. I think it's the first 3 that we have had all time, but there's another one. See, like, it's nudged out, and it's not too bad for picking up the 1s and the 2s, but we have yet to hit a boundary here in this game. Go the ball! Go the ball! See, this is what I'm talking about. The timing there is pretty good. Like, you can't get much better than that. It's 3 ideals. In fact, we are going to run 4. So there's, I guess, technically the first boundary of the innings. We have managed to run 4, which is absolutely great. There has now been a change in the field as well, which is a bit of a shame. But hopefully we can get it pitched on or around that leg stump, and we can just whip it away as we have gone and done there. And this is a good start to the over. 5 coming off the first 2 deliveries. This one here, we've worked away through mid-wicket. We're going to come back for the second. And the runs are starting to come quite nicely now. Still don't think that we're a chance of chasing this down. We don't really need to, because we did get that first innings lead by just the 3 runs. So it will mean that we will win if we do manage to hang on to the draw here on countback. So we'll just take a single, hold on to the strike. But that is a great over. 13 coming from it. And Christchurch are now 3 for 116. I'm not too sure how many are left. 9 overs left in the day, and we need, I think it's about 90 odd runs. So we're not, to be fair, we're not actually that far behind the 8 ball, And if we had gone, you know, a little bit earlier and had a little, I guess, just a little bit more skills, which is hard to say in this no upgrades career mode, that we could have been a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more aerial, and could have potentially looked at chasing this down for the outright win. But I don't think this game really takes into account outright wins too much, so we're not going to be too fussed about that. That one there has been pretty poorly timed, but it's been timed so poorly that we are going to come back for 2. And at the moment, to be fair, we could just win this hitting 2s and 3s. Because there is 88 required, so it is 11 and over, which is quite, you know, quite expensive, I guess you would say. But we could, you know, just keep going, keep nudging these 1s and 2s. Hopefully our partner Bevan picks up a couple of boundaries. We could pick up a couple as well, and we could be in with a very good shot. But I think first and foremost we're going to look to try and grab the next 27 runs to get this maiden 50 for us. And there is another nice shot, but again the timing just isn't there. It's okay. And we will, you know what, we'll just stick with the 2. We don't really want to run out at this stage, especially with the hard foundation work that we have gone and done so far. And considering there is only 7 overs left to go as well, we just want to make sure that we can try and hang in there. So 25 off 19 at the moment. So doing a decent enough job, it must be said. Just 24 runs required to pick ourselves up that maiden. Yeah, it would be a maiden. Yeah, the maiden, because it's our second game. The maiden club 50. 8 overs left to go. I don't know if it's 8 or 7. It's one of the 2. But we essentially just need 3 and over. And there's a nice bit of fielding. Go the ball. Get past him. Get past him. It's not going to get past him. It's just going to be a 2. But 2 more valuable runs. I think that possibly even moves us into the 30s as well. I think it might put us, no, 29 off of 23. We've got a pretty spread field here at the moment, so anything essentially that is on the legs, we can just look to try and nurdle it around the corner as we have done the last couple of times. This one here, you know what, let's run on the arm. Let's run on the arm. The fielding in this Canterbury club scene is not great. I mean, I remember the game against Lincoln that we were playing in the first episode. Basically, the ball would go down to the it would go to the boundary, and essentially it would roll it would probably get about halfway and then roll the rest of the way. So the amount of extra runs that we could have taken there was absolutely huge. But we're not going to do that here. I think we've got possibly 6 overs left to go. We've got another leggy coming in, so it just seems to be leggies bloody galore. 18 required to pick ourselves up that maiden 50. So fingers crossed we can go and do that. But we need the bowlers to come play ball as well. We need them to put it on the legs, because that is where the run scoring option is. Either that or down at the ground straight. But anything that is pitched there and thereabouts is just going to be whipped away. We'll come back again on the arm because we do want to keep the strike. That was a better throw right up over the stump, so that's going to leave us with a little bit of thinking to do, that maybe, you know, that guy out in the deep, we shouldn't go and take on that arm if we value our wicket as well as we do. But we're just going to nudge this one down the ground. It's going to be a dot, and we're hanging in there. 16 runs required. I think there's 6 overs left to go possibly, so we just need to get a couple more here, and we'll be right back in this. This one here, yep, again we're going to run on the arm. Okay, that guy there, we know we can run on that guy there's arm, because it's not great compared to the guy who is all the way out on the boundary. So 36 now for 29, so we're striking at over 100 as well, which is promising, considering we have only hit the one boundary, and we're just going to leave that wide one because we don't want to give them an opportunity for a stumping, especially at this stage. There's no point doing anything stupid, anything silly that could go and give our wicket away. So trying to get a single there off the last ball of the over didn't really work out for us, which is a shame. I think there's 5 overs left to go, and finally we get something that isn't spin. It feels as though it's just been spin, spin, spin this whole time around. 4 or 5 overs left to go. That says 4. The first one said 5, so I don't really know which one to believe. This one here we have nudged away. This one has been timed a little bit better. Might get to the boundary itself. Oh, you beauty. Come on, Cliff. The first legitimate boundary that we've gone and got here today. It's moved us into the 40s as well, so that is bloody brilliant. The timing again, it wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. It wasn't hit hard at all. This here might, I was going to say, possibly even be run out out. Bevan, that was your call, son, so it was all on you if you did go and get yourself run out. It wouldn't have been any of my fault. Ball behind the wicket, non-striker's call, and that is exactly what did happen there. This one here, man, we are taking some risky singles here at the moment. Singles that we probably don't need to take, but we've got that 50 in our sights, and that's what we're going and trying to get to. I think, see, I can never tell. I'm pretty sure that there is just 3 overs left to go. We need 8 runs, so we should be able to quite comfortably do this as long as we don't do anything silly. I was going to say, watch the arm of that guy, but we get there quite comfortably. It must be a different bloke out there, because once again, that one has rolled, which won't please, it will not please the Ashburton fielders. Because they do want to go and obviously try and grab themselves another couple of wickets here. We're going to sneak away. That one there has definitely come off the bat, then off the pad. The keeper hasn't even come up behind the stumps. That's some poor keeping by you, mate. Moves us on to 45 though, off of 36 deliveries, and there's 2 overs here left to go. A 4 here would be absolutely brilliant. Glovers, just pitch it on the legs. That will do, and then we can look to try and whip it away. Come back for the second as well, because the slide did allow us to do that. Means we move on to 47. We're just the 1 shot away from the maiden 50 here, boys. And hopefully we can go and do it. We've seen another change in the field. So this one here is a little bit more difficult, probably to score runs. Especially, I was going to say, if it's pitched outside of off stump, it's going to make it very difficult to score, but we will just take the single. Again, we have been taking some risky ones, but we don't want to do that here with that 50 so close in sight. Come on, bud. Last ball of the over. Give me something on the pads that I can just whip away around the corner. It's not on the pads. It's not on the pads. We're going to take the single though. Keep the strike. Move on to 49 after a couple of dot balls. There was actually a... he had the wrong end in there as well, so... you know, a few change-ups from this bloke, and this is the field we're talking about here, boys. Look at the gaps. Look at the gaps. There's gaps bloody everywhere depending on where he plays it. We can just whip it away, whip it well, and that's exactly what we've done. This might even go for a 4 as well. Oh, you wouldn't read about it, boys. 4 runs, and that is going to bring up the 50 for Project Zero here. I think I did call myself Cliff earlier on, so I need to remember not to do that. But Project Zero gets his first 50 in just his second... his second 3-day club game, which is brilliant. I thought it was going to take a whole lot longer than that, but it has worked out quite well. Our 4th innings as well, and we are looking potentially at a... ooh, that's not a very good shot. Looking at the not out as well, which is going to be good. It's going to be huge for the average, boost it up. And to be fair, we're only 50 runs behind. So if we did manage to have, you know, maybe another 10 overs or so, this could have been a very, very different game. But all of a sudden, the timing's starting to come good now for Cliff. Maybe it's the extra pace from the seamer. And that one there is gone for another 4. So that is 2 4s off of the over so far. I think... no, one's gone out through that cover point region. The other one has been whipped away off of the legs. And we just can't really do anything there. That's just too full, too wide, and too quick for Zero to try and play anything of any kind of conviction there. I think there's 2 balls left to go in the day's play, so not long left at all. We'll take a single, give Bevan strike, possibly the last ball of the day, last ball of the game as well. We'll find that out in just a second. Unless, no, there we go. The match has been drawn, and we will see when we head into the main menu that Christchurch should win this one on countback, because they did have a first innings lead of just the 3 runs. So just a summary, obviously, of the game. We didn't see a whole lot of the first innings because it was terrible, and for some reason the footage just went absolutely crap. But 7 off of 10, which is, again, not ideal. Stumped in probably quite an embarrassing fashion as well. It was quite embarrassing the way it did happen. But first innings for Ashburton, 419 for them. Stanton with 94 off of 139. So he was the highlight. But a lot of little starts in there as well, and a lot of good contributions as well. 50+ contributions, which is good to see. The bowlers all sharing it around, which is what you like to see. Greg's with that 137. We did manage to bat him through to that. Another Stanton, Jesus Christ, maybe they're brothers, cousins, I don't know. 59 for him, 48 for Cowan, 48 for Fisher, the number 11. So he'll be looking for a promotion next week, you would have to say. Again, the bowlers, they've shared it around. The second innings was actually quite rapid as well. 50 overs, 2 for 210, which for a 3-day game, you know, that's probably about par, going at 4 runs or so and over. Tench with 78, Jamieson with 55, and Miles with 52. The bowlers, again, not really much to write home about, especially when you only take 2 wickets inside 50 overs. And then Olsen with 56. We top scored in the second innings with 58 not out off of 46 deliveries. That is absolutely mammoth in just our second game for Project Zero here, and we will be very happy with that. Baxter with the man of the match for his 3 for 86, 1 for 23. Not really too sure what he did with the bat, but I can't really be bothered going back and having a look. But we're just going to go and check, make sure we did win this game on countback, have a look at our overall statistics now, and our selection status. Alright, so as we can see here, Christchurch have won on a countback thanks to that first innings lead. Does take us to 1-1 at the moment, and we do have a good opportunity here to potentially climb up into first, I think. Possibly we could get up there. Rolleston winning against Rangiora, so those two teams on 2-1, and Lincoln won against Ashburton. Poor old Ashburton have not won a game yet. Kaipoi sit with us on 1-1, which isn't too bad, but we'll be looking to go and try and improve on that. Just having a quick look, not at the statistics, you need to go player, so that we can have a look there. So as we can see, we have got a strike rate of exactly 100, 94 runs off of 94 balls. We have had 2 matches, 4 innings, 2 not outs, which is what has gone and helped the average. Just the 5 fours in those 94 runs, so it shows you how hard it is to score some runs with 0 in this Karemo, just because the timing is so bad. It would be nice if you know, if we played on some slightly smaller grounds. I'm not too sure what we're going to have in regards to other teams in this club competition, but we will have to wait and see. But 58 not out, we did manage to crack that 50 in this episode, which is always promising signs. And the selection status, I'm guessing, is going to be all no chance, because, well, let's be fair, we have only played 2 games of club cricket, for Christ's sake, and if you're getting a call up after 2 games of club cricket, then you must be the next Daniel Vittori, Stephen Fleming, Ricky Ponting, something like that. But anyway, guys, do hope you've enjoyed episode 2 of Project Zero. Let me know down below in the comments what you are thinking about this Karemo, because it's something a little bit different. It's something that I find quite fun, and it's something, I guess, with the way it is, with just doing the batting, it's something I could possibly even look at doing as unedited and just go through, have slightly longer videos, like 20-25 minute videos, similar to this one before it has been edited, and could just have basically everything in there, all the dot balls, all the crappy shots, because trust me, there are a lot of them that are going on behind the scenes. But as I said, do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, remember to give this video a like, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and until next time, ka kite anō. See you soon.